Well, do you know, I'd imagine after Tuesday, it's always, it shouldn't always be result dependent, but that's got to have felt a pretty good dressing room after the position you got yourself into.
No, yeah, definitely. I feel like obviously after the 2 games before that, the dressing room, as you said, probably was a bit down. But then after Tuesday, especially with coming back from 2-0 down as well after the game, it was definitely a big boost.
Yeah, and within that dressing room, and even in the last few months, you've beaten Oxford, you beat Stevenage, you've beaten Portsmouth and Bolton and all these top teams, and then you go and lose to a Fleetwood and all the rest of it. Does that frustrate you as much as it must do the fans?
Yeah, I feel like just losing in general is frustrating, but as you said, yeah, when we come up against the teams, that are above us in the league and we win, in terms of like when we come up against teams below us that you probably would expect us to beat and lose to, it probably is a bit more frustrating. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's football, it's a game in 90 minutes and whoever comes out on top.
Yeah, and every team's got their own sort of style, and certain styles suit different players and different teams and all the rest of it. But is that what you've got to learn? You've got to win the rough and ready games a bit more. Yeah,
no, definitely. I feel like we're a footballing team. We want to play nice football and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, not every game's going to look like that. So we've got to be able to, first and foremost, like match our opponents physically. And then after that, we'll be able to play our football.
And for you, actually, it seems like you've been hitting a bit of a groove recently. Are you starting to feel like it's clicking a bit better for you in recent weeks?
Yeah, I feel like obviously came on in the Burton game, felt good, barring the result. And then last game, I feel like not just myself, but as a whole, we really put a big shift in to get the points, which is the main thing.
Because when you're playing a team that maybe wants to be a bit more physical, it's not always necessarily about matching that physicality. Sometimes it's doing what you're good at, doing the skills and the finding the spaces, and I guess being brave enough to put yourself in those positions, and if you make a mistake, keep going.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like when we play against the more physical teams, you've got to earn the right to be able to do skills and stuff like that, which for me, and as the gaffer always says, first and foremost starts with, running and competing hard.
You've obviously known him for longer than a lot of the current players. Is he starting to get his message across in terms of the way he wants the whole team to play?
Yeah, I feel like he is. I feel like he has been for a while now. I feel like some of the games that he's played in, the result hasn't quite, reflected I think our team performances. But as I said before as well, that is a part of football.
Yeah. So with where you are in the table, it couldn't get more sort of in the middle. What do you do to motivate yourself for the rest of this season? Do you still think trying to force your way into a top 6 is possible?
Yeah, I feel like we've got to until it's mathematically not available for us. Otherwise, yeah, as you said, as players, you probably will lose a bit of motivation to turn up and do your job correctly every day. But I don't feel like the gap's that big. I feel like if we can string, 3-4 wins on a bounce, then I feel like the table will look completely different.
Okay. Well, hopefully continuing on Saturday against Northampton, another team that probably will provide you a physical test.
Yeah, no, we went through their clips today. It will be another one, a physical game. Probably a bit of surface though, from playing there previously as well, which is obviously always good for us when obviously we get the ball down and play.